If all my videos are with me wearing this wig, it's the new normal, okay? Just deal with it. I'm obsessed. Hello, my gorgeous guys and ghouls and all you spooky queens in between. If you've seen the description, the title or whatever of this video, you will know this is my spilling the tea or whatever. It's not really spilling the tea, it's just my experience that I had with Pretty Little Things customer service. I've got like hella notes on it, and because it's been an ordeal, so I'm just going to go into it. It's put me off ordering from them ever again, if I'm going to be completely honest. I have no intentions of ever ordering from them again, so take from this video what you will. Starting right from the beginning, as you know, my girl Olivia won a £1,000 Pretty Little Thing gift voucher thing. It was like Pretty Little Thing Cash, they called it, over on Twitter. Upon receiving the email, she received 4 £250 vouchers, okay? 4 £250 vouchers, obviously totaling £1,000. My absolute angel ended up gifting me 2 of those vouchers, so £500. Thus came the Pretty Little Things £500 clothing haul that's back on my channel, like mid-December I think it was. This is where things start to go a little. So if you've seen that video, you know that I kind of like branched out and tried new things that I wouldn't normally buy, things that normally wouldn't be my style, but I just wanted to try them. Unfortunately, quite a few of the items weren't to my taste. I didn't like the neckline on some of them, and the colourways and everything just kind of made me look a bit wishy-washy and that lot, so a lot of it had to be returned. This is where the fun begins, okay? So I'm going to be reading from my notes. So if I keep looking down, it's because it's all like, it jumps from box to box, so I need to kind of get my bearings, okay? So, those initial clothing orders were placed on the 30th of November 2020, okay? I completely understand they were a Black Friday, that's what the competition was for. Over Black Friday, they were holding loads of giveaways over on Twitter, and same as I said, Olivia won and she split it with me, okay? So now that you're all caught up, if you haven't seen the whole video or anything explaining how I got this voucher system thing, that's how, okay? So 30th of 11th is when I placed the orders of my 2 £250 orders. You had to spend the full amount of the voucher in one transaction, as they couldn't be redeemed or something. I can't remember off the top of my head, but you had to spend the full amount in one transaction. So yeah, that's what I did. I think one of them I went over by about £1, £2 or something like that. And you had to pay delivery costs on top of that as well. Fine, fair enough. I think next day delivery was like £2, £3, or normal standard delivery, which was like 3 to 5 working days, was like £1, £2. So I wasn't going to grumble at that. The items then got dispatched on the 6th of December 2020. So it's a week after the order was placed. Completely fine, fair enough. We've got COVID to tangle with and everything. We've got Black Friday. I imagine their website was absolutely heaving with people like swooping up these Black Friday deals. I mean, they were doing like 99% off on things, and like they had ridiculous savings all over the website. It was intense. Like, it was intense. So props to them for getting it out to me in a week. I can commend them highly for that. Like, there's no qualms, no issues with that, okay? From then, so we've got the 6th, my video for the clothing haul came live on my channel on here on the 17th of December. So that's slightly over a week. I believe it was because I was in a bad place, as you know. And I wasn't really up for filming, and I know clothing hauls take so long because obviously you have to try everything on and that lot. So I just didn't want to do it. But anyway, finally did it, got it all up, edited, etc. up onto my channel on the 17th of December. So again, a week, maybe 2 after I received it. Upon trying everything on, seeing what it is, I didn't like some things, so I had to return some things. That's obvious. In the email, it stated, like, this wig is fantastic, but your girl's not used to having hair again. In the email, it stated that you could have returns. Returns? Why am I saying that so weird? Returns. I'm going to pop it here, actually. So in the email, it stated that per voucher, so again, there was 4 £250 vouchers. Per voucher, you could have 1 return. And that wasn't like 1 item returned, it was 1 mass return. So if I didn't want anything with one of my vouchers, I could return it and get my £250 voucher cash value thingy back, and place another order. Seems fine, fair enough. That's what it states in the email. It says that you would get the retail value of the items returned to you, okay? Fine, simple, fair enough. Oh, I've not written a date for this, so I'm not entirely sure when this was. But remember me saying that I had to pay delivery, okay? So a £250 order, as it went through on my receipt email thing, it stated that I think it was like £1 or £2. So I received an email. Again, I've forgotten to write down the date, and I'm so sorry, but I'm filming on my phone, so I can't check my emails. But I received an email stating that I would receive a refund of 35 pence. So I was just like, wait, hold up, excuse me, what? So I then go on to Twitter and message them and say, I think when you message them, an automated message comes up and it says, to speed up the process, could you please leave your order number, the email links to your address, and a brief description of why you're contacting us today. Okay, fine, fair enough. Left my order, left my email address, and I said, I was a recipient of some vouchers from one of your Black Friday giveaways, yada, yada, yada. States in the email that I could have a return for the retail value. You've issued me 35 pence. Can you explain what's happened? For them to turn around and say that no, you weren't issued this. You were issued a 99% off voucher. What it was, the vouchers came as like little coupon codes. Do you know when you normally get like a 10% off voucher or something and you put it in at the end of the checkout? It was one of them kind of codes where it was like a mixture of numbers and letters. So they sent me that code and they're like, oh no, this code's for 99% off. So this is why you've only been issued this much money back. And I was like, no. So then I forwarded them over the email and like highlighted the part where it was said 4 times, God's sake, 4 times £250 vouchers. And I also highlighted the part where it stated that you could have 1 return per order for the retail price that you paid, kind of thing. So if something goes up in the sale, like down in the sale, or goes back to normal price or anything, the price I paid is what I would be refunded. So say that a jacket that I ordered was down to £15 in the sale, but then by the time I returned it, it had gone back up to like £30-40. I wouldn't get the £30-40, obviously, because I didn't pay that. I paid £15. So I was more than happy with that. I just didn't understand where this 35p had come from. From my returns, I was awaiting, let me just check my book again, £88 from the first order, because as I said, there was 2 vouchers, so technically 2 orders, and £68 from the second order. They then asked me to prove that I had posted these items to them, and I was like, but you've issued a refund. Like, you've issued a 35p refund, so clearly you've received my orders. But okay, luckily I keep all proof of postage anyway. I returned it via Royal Mail, their free slip thing that they get in the packaging delivery thing. So I sent over a photo of my return slips from Royal Mail, like the receipts, and I says, I've checked these on the Royal Mail, I have checked these on the Royal Mail website, and it states that they have been delivered. And as I've said, you've issued a 35 pence refund, so clearly you have received my orders. Can you please elaborate and explain what's going on with this situation, because this is ridiculous. Oh, and also, from my first initial orders, the 2 £250 ones, I was missing £47 worth of items that were out of stock when it came to them dispatching my items. That happens, that's fine, fair enough. And as I said, it was over Black Friday weekend, so I expect their website to have these few little odd glitches and everything when stuff gets sold out rapid fast and they're not quick enough to remove it off the website or say it's out of stock. That's fine, fair enough. So I was waiting on £88 for a return from one, £68 of a return from the other, and then £47 for the items that were missing from my first initial orders. Upon going back and forth with Pretty Little Things customer service via Twitter chat, messages, things, I was then told that I needed to allow until the 22nd of December for my returns to be processed. Again, I understand we're in the midst of a global pandemic. Black Friday's just happened, they're probably still catching up on that. Christmas must be absolutely heaving as well. So I was like, fine, fair enough, 22nd is perfectly fine. Gives me enough time because I have the next day delivery. 22nd is perfectly fine. I was going to get some Christmas presents and things with it as well, so that's fine, cool, fair enough, sorted, job's good. We get to the 22nd of December 2020. I allow until the end of the business working day thing. I think I messaged at like 7 or 8 o'clock at night. Okay, so this is the 22nd of December at about 7, 8 o'clock at night. So that's allowed the full of day of the 22nd for them to still process something if they needed to. I stated in my email, again, I gave them my order numbers, I gave them the email address on the account, and I broke down a list of all the things that I needed. So I was like, right, okay, so I've got returns worth £167 from these 2 orders, £47 from missing items, and I just need to know what's going on. Like, I want my money back. Like, I don't know if I can really be picky and choosy about it because it was essentially free, but you know, it's the principle kind of thing. Like, I don't know if it was such a massive issue and so awkward and faffy to sort out, because trust me, we're only halfway through this at the moment. I'm still in my first little box, and I have 7 boxes full of bits, okay? So, I don't know if it was just because it was a voucher that made it so fiddly and awkward to sort out. I don't know if a cash refund would have been more speedy in the process or whatever, but this is what my experience was. And if you go over to my girl's channel, Olivia, she mentioned in her makeup home bits haul a brief kind of breakdown of what happened to her as well. Like, it was just so stressful. We were constantly messaging one another like, oh, have you heard from him yet? No, I haven't heard anything. Oh, I've had the automated message stating blah, 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 blah. Somebody will come with you within the next couple of hours. And like, oh yeah, oh, I've not even received that, etc, etc. Like, so after going back and forth with Pretty Little Thing via this chat on Twitter, we got to a point where it was just like, okay, you've got to wait 72 hours. And I was just like, okay, again, I understand it's a busy time of year, pandemic and everything. That's fine. I just hope after these 72 hours, something will be resolved, something will be sorted. So this then takes us to the 29th of December 2020. The same rigmarole of my order numbers, the email address attached to it, the issues that I was wanting to put across, me needing my £214 refund. Yes, £214. So it was nearly the value of one of my vouchers. Like, nearly half of my order was missing. Like, that was owed to me. So I messaged on the 29th, after all of this, the same chat that I've had now, 4 or 5 times with this customer service team. And let me say, each time, like, they sign it at the end, it was a different person every time. So, which is expected. Customer service team isn't just one person. Jesus Christ, I feel sorry for this one person if it was, but it wasn't. It was multiple people. And I just kept getting told, your query hasn't been resolved yet. We will get back in contact with you. And I was like, okay then, how will you get in contact with me? Oh, it'll either be via email or this chat. And I was like, okay then, so time frame. Give me a distinctive, strict time frame when I'm due to hear back from you. Give it 72 hours. So I was like, another 72 hours? Okay, fine. We're now at the 3rd of January 2021. Again, order numbers, email address on account, reasons why I'm contacting them. Missing £47, 2 returns of £167 in total, £214 in total that I am owed. I state again that I understand that COVID, Christmas, etc. Like, I understand that there's going to be delays, but it's coming up to a month that this has all started, a month in the works, and I was just like, I'm over it, please, somebody just help me. And I was just like, I'm sick of getting past pillar to post. One person's telling me 48 hours, then I've got 2 people telling me to wait an additional 72 hours, and then another 72 hours, and then this is happening, and this is happening. Like, nobody's actually helping me. They're just passing me from one person to the next, and I can't deal with it. Like, can somebody please help me? Please. After this, the person that I dealt with, I can't remember the name, and as I said, it's on my phone, on my Twitter account, so I also don't want to catcall, like, anyone. I know this is essentially like a full message video of me just being hating, but I don't want to individually pinpoint a customer service person, because at the end of the day, they're just doing their job. What they see on their screen is all they're relaying to me, so I can't hate on that one person. It's not them, it's the company, okay? But this person messaged me back and they state, really, really sorry for the circumstances that you're in. I understand how frustrating it must be. Know that this isn't normally our policy. We wouldn't usually leave somebody this late to resolve their issues and everything. I was like, oh, that's great. Awesome. Thank you for finally getting back to me. Somebody's actually talking to me like a human being. It's not like an automated message. Please wait 72 hours. For them to reply, we have issued a refund of £1.35 for order number blah, 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 blah. This is the code you need to use your £1.35. And I was just kind of sat there like, do you think I would be going through all of this for £1.35? Really? Like, if it was £1.35 that I was owed, it's fine. It's fine. I'll take the loss of £1.35. I don't even think you can get anything on the website for £1.35. So, again, I was just like, this is a month of this stress. I've had the 35p refund at the beginning, and now I've had a £1.35p refund. They then tried to explain to me that the voucher code, same as I said, the number and letters thing that you put in at the end of the checkout, was for 99% off on your transaction. Which it wasn't. It wasn't that at all. I send the screenshot of the email over to the Pretty Little Things Twitter chat and state, no, as you can see, it is 4 times £250 vouchers. Doesn't say anything about it being a 99% off voucher. It is 4 monetary values of £250. And then down below, it states that anything that you are returning can be returned to you at the retail price that you paid, or something along them lines. Again, I'm just kind of paraphrasing, but that was the general gist of it. I've shown the email, so you kind of know what it says anyway. But, okay, I had radio silence until the 5th. So 2 days had passed and nobody had replied to me. We're now at the 5th. Freaking wig. We're now at the 5th of January. It just keeps going. It like loves me. We're now at the 5th of January. Radio silence. Haven't heard a thing from anyone. So I messaged again. Order number, email addresses, reasons for doing it. I'm sorry if this is really repetitive. Trust me, I know it's repetitive, okay? I know it's repetitive. I lived it. Just saying, could you please help me? I just want to know the status. Like, I'm not even at this point, I'm not even asking for the refund. I just want to know where in your system this process has got to. Like, just give me some answer, please, instead of saying, please wait 72 hours. But I got another, please wait 72 hours. So I was just like, person then stated that I had been issued a refund of the 35p and the £1.35, and that was all I was going to get. So again, this made me very irritated. I then, again, to this person, because Simon said this is a different person on the customer service team. I don't know if they checked the backlog of the conversation or anything. So I sent over the email again. I sent over my receipt. I sent everything back over again. I was just constantly repeating myself to all these different people on the customer service team. And honestly, it was just such a headache and so stressful. But they basically turned around and said, oh, you've had your refund, so we can't really do much of anything. It goes silent again after this. Because my reply to that was, boo hockey, like, I'm owed £214. The email states that I should have this money returned to me. I'm not asking for it in cash. I'm not asking for it to be returned into my bank account or anything. I just want the vouchers so I can, like, buy some more stuff off your website. Like, please, help. Radio silence. Yet again. We're now at the 7th of January. The person that I'm talking to has said that they have looked over the chat. So they do keep my chat log. They've looked over the chat. They can see that XYZ have been trying to chase this up for me and trying to process it. There's been no updates on my order. So I was just like, so what's been happening since, let me just track back on the dates. What's been happening since the 18th? The 18th of December, what's been happening? They told me to wait another 72 hours. At this point, I am pissed. I'm like, right, give me your manager's telephone number. I'm going to contact them. Blah, 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 blah. What's your name? What's your code name? I was just livid. I was fuming, okay? I was just like, proper Karen mode. Like, Karen has entered the chat. I want your manager's thing. I want your status. I want this. I want this. And they're like, well, if you give me your telephone number, I can have a manager contact you. And I was just like, no, that's not good enough. Because will you actually do it? Because none of you have actually processed my order. So who's to say that you're going to get a manager to contact me? I was like, no, I want a telephone number. No telephone number was given. The chat again goes dead. My friend Olivia, who gave me the vouchers and was going through a very similar situation to me, said that the Facebook chat was more reliable, was more speedy at responding and everything. So I was like, okay, these people on Twitter are just driving me insane. What have I got to lose? I'll message them on. I basically just copy and pasted the last initial, hi, do you know anything about my order message, sent it over, put in it like, this is just a screen grab from my Twitter chat, yada yada yada, here is my proof of receipts, here is the orders, here is this, like anything and everything that I could give them to help my order until they can look through and like, right, well, she hasn't left anything out, let's get this sorted for her. I did it. I had all bases covered, okay? All bases. The first person that I received on the Facebook chat had messaged saying, I can see that some of our team members are already trying to resolve this issue for you. Please could you stick to that chat and like wait for that to be processed, because otherwise you're going to be taking up another chat log thing. And I was just like, but it's not being processed. I says, this has been going on since the middle of December. Nothing has been done. I'm getting past pillar to post and nothing's getting sorted. I just keep getting told to wait X amount of hours, X amount of hours, X amount of hours. I says, it's infuriating. I just want to know what's happening. Like, I just want to know what's happening. The lovely person on the Facebook chat stated that they were incredibly apologetic, but they would again have to issue a 48-hour processing time. But please understand that they were personally going to look into it and sort it for me. So I was just like, hallelujah, somebody actually gives a crap, okay? So I was just like, okay, then 48 hours. Should I just message the chat back if I haven't heard anything from you? Just so I can keep chasing it up. I need to know like what's happening and everything. I'm not somebody that likes to be kept in the dark. And they replied with, because I think the 48 hours took me into the weekend. So it ended on either the Saturday or the Sunday. So their response was, please allow that the weekends aren't technically working days, so allow until the end of Monday's working day. So I was like, fine, cool, ace, awesome, cracking job, happy days. I gave them a good review because it comes up saying, how did you rate your chat? So I gave them a good review. The other ones didn't get a good review. Okay, we didn't have to wait 48 hours. I've got the name of the person. It was Alex. Alex, if you're a boy, a girl, they, whatever you identify as, I love you. Alex, the massive gem, star, angel, everything, issues me 2 voucher codes. The first one for £45, which was my missing items, and £88.64 for the second, for one of the returns, I think it was. Yes, sorry, let me just, I'm trying to read my notes and it's very scruffy. So yes, issued 2 codes for returns, £45 for the missing items, as one of the items shouldn't have even been on the website. He did state that and he was very apologetic. And he says, but you shouldn't have even been able to order it, so I don't understand how you ordered it. So £45, £2 I'm not going to grumble about. I finally got somewhere, okay? I finally got somewhere. I'm just going to deal with it and take it, okay? I'm happy. They then stated that the second refund of £78 had not been generated yet, but they have got it in their warehouse and they're in the process of processing it. So I was just like, hallelujah, like, you're actually telling me stuff. You're actually telling me what I need to know, like what situation and what status my order is. Like, where were you 3 weeks ago? Like, you're my saviour. Like, I love you. The end of the message should be another 48 hours. But later on that evening, Alex, my gem, messaged me with the 3rd voucher. Hooray! Hallelujah! That's the end of a happy story. But it's not. So I'm now in receipt of the 200 and something pounds worth of vouchers, okay? So I'm going to be placing my makeup haul thing that I filmed the other day, and it's uploaded on my channel if you want to go and check it out. It's where I got this beautiful wig from, and I love it, okay? Be happy to know I'm in the last square, so this is the last ordeal, okay? We're getting to the end. So I've received my vouchers, I'm browsing through my wish list because over this month I've accumulated about 200 items in my wish list of things that I wanted to spend said vouchers on. It was clothing, it was makeup, it was home stuff, etc. It turns out that I just ended up spending it on makeup anyway, so... And I shan't be getting the other stuff, let me tell you. I placed my order on the 8th of January 2021, and on one of my orders I ordered the Lorac Pro, the Artistry palette, which is this absolute beauty. I didn't receive it. I received this. This Lorac 183 pan shadow palette. I had something very similar to this when I first got back into makeup, and it was tosh. So I was just like, here we go again. I've got to try and deal with returning this and sorting it out and everything. So I took straight to the Facebook chat and I was just like, I ordered this, I received this, what do I do? Because in the email it stated I was only allowed to do 1 return per order. Am I allowed to return it? It's an incorrect item. Like, this isn't what I ordered. I don't want this. Again, the lovely person, it wasn't Alex, unfortunately. Where are you, my angel? The person that I spoke to said, no, that's perfectly fine. Like, I can see on your order history, like, I've got your account up on the thing. I can see on your order history that this is what you ordered. This is what you received. More than happy for it to be returned, and we'll send you out a new one. So if you could just return it, send proof of postage from the Royal Mail Post Office receipt thing, we'll get the next one delivered out to you. I was expecting to have to wait until the item was in their hands kind of thing to have the switch over. I didn't. So I wrapped the palette up, pad it out, stamp the sticker thing on it, go down to the post office, which is only down the road from my house, and get the receipt. I send the receipt over straight away. So this is all within about 30 minutes of this initial chat. And the person I was talking to, right, that's fine, fair enough. You'll be emailed shortly with a new dispatch email to say that the new palette has been issued and sent out to you. I can see that you have the next day delivery thing. So I'll send it out next day delivery. Your new palette will be with you tomorrow. So I was just like, this is the customer service I expected before. Hallelujah. Thank you very much, ma'am. This customer service rep was top notch. It is now the 10th of January 2021. I have received my reissued palette, the Pro Artistry palette. I'm like, yes, buzzing. I can finally get to film my makeup haul that's already up on my channel. I'll leave it linked in the description down below if you want to go check it out. I open the box. I film myself opening the box because I wanted to send it to Olivia. And I was just like, right, I need somebody to deal with my reaction over this, okay? So I haven't opened the box yet. Got my phone out. I'm filming myself opening it. I open it up and I'm like, okay, this is smaller than I expected because like all the photos I'd seen of the Pro Artistry palette, it's like this big. Like, it's huge. I think it's like A4 sized. Like, it's a decent sized palette. So I was just like, maybe photos are deceiving. I unwrap the paper. It's that bloody 183 pan palette again. This palette isn't even listed on the website at this point, okay? I will state that. Sorry about itchy nose. It is listed on the website now, but at the point of me receiving this twice, the palette did not exist on the website, okay? The box that I received it in said Lorac Pro, the Artistry palette. So the way I see it is, the way I'm thinking this works is Pretty Little Things obviously don't make an own Lorac. Lorac is its own independent business. They've contacted Lorac and said, I want XYZ and I want XYZ amount of said palettes. They've had them shipped in and the boxes that you get them in are like, that's what's delivered in, and it gets put into storage and they don't get checked or something. This is the only like feasible way that I can explain the situation happening twice, okay? So it isn't packaged by Pretty Little Things warehouse team or anything. They just kind of go down a corridor of shelves and they're like, right, here's the Pro Artistry palette, pull it out, scan it, stamp it on, send it out. Like that's the way I see it. And I know a lot of companies do work like that because normally this kind of thing doesn't happen. So I think it's a miscommunication and an error ordering wise between Lorac and Pretty Little Things that the palette was sent in place of the Pro Artistry palette. So all the Pro Artistry palettes would essentially be this 183 palette thing that I've shown you, okay? So I message them again. I send them the reaction video because I'm like, oh, please, please don't let it be this. And I open the paper and I'm like, are you kidding me? They've sent it again. I send them that video and I'm like, I filmed this to send to my friend because she's been on this journey with me. So I feel like you need to see it. Again, amazing person, send me the returns thing and we'll sort it out for you. And I was just like, cracking, awesome. So I sent them the screenshot, not the screenshot, sent them the photo of my proof of postage sending it back. And they turned around and said to me, unfortunately, we cannot send you the palette. So I was like, I beg your pardon. Because this has happened twice, there is clearly an error in our distribution centre. Please allow us, as a courtesy, to refund you the cash amount to your account. So I wasn't getting a voucher in return for it. I was getting the cash back of this item. The Laroque Artistry palette is £35 on their website. Keep that in mind, okay? So I was just like, oh, okay. Well, if you can't send me the Pro Artistry palette, could I switch it out for the Circus Tent palette? Because I'm wanting to get that as well, but I haven't ordered it yet because I just haven't ordered it yet. Like, I want that palette as well. Can you not just swap it? I think there was like £2 or £3 difference. Like, the Circus Tent palette is cheaper than the Pro Artistry palette. So I was like, I don't care about the price difference or anything. Like, I just want this over and done with. I just want it to be done with you. Please. The customer service rep states that they cannot do that and it would have to either be a straight swap or a refund. And because it's been such a fuss about, that they wouldn't expect me to wait for a voucher to be generated and that they would give me the refund for the palette. Remember when I told you that it was £35? I get them to message me again. We have issued you £7.30 as a refund. This will be in your account in 3 to 5 working days. So I was like, where have you got £7.30 from? The voucher that I'd got, I think the one that I spent was like the £68, £88 or something. I don't know. I ordered loads. At this point, I'm exhausted and tired. But I'd ordered loads. And the way that they had refunded it to me was this £88 voucher was broken down over like the 10 items that I bought. I'm so over it. I'm not even going to argue with it. I was just like, the £7 fine. I'll take the £7. I don't care anymore. I just want to be done with you. Okay. That's the end of my experience. I know it was so much. And going over it again, it just kind of made me want to sink into a pit and just hide. I mean, I hope that this isn't the standard across the board kind of thing of their level of customer service. I can't deal with how bad they were at handling everything, and I'm just kind of sat here now thinking back on it and I'm just like, again, I understand Black Friday backlog, Christmas build up, COVID, etc. Like, it's to be expected that there's going to be delays. But over a month of getting past pillar to post, like, that's ridiculous. If this had been £214 of my money, like my actual physical cash, like £214 is a lot of money to pretty much anyone. I hope this isn't standard practice for Pretty Little Things returns policies. If it is, no thank you, ma'am. Like, I'm good. I want to say that I don't want to order anything from them again, but they do have makeup bits on there, and I'm a sucker for makeup, but majority of the stuff I can get on Beauty Bay, so I don't need to order from them. I just don't even want to argue it anymore. I'm just so over it, and I'm so glad that it's done with, and I can turn my back on the situation and just move on. I wanted to lay this out there. I wanted it to be known that this was the experience I had.
if you've had a bad experience with Pretty Little Thing, please let me know down in the comments. Like, or if you've had an amazing experience with them, like Alex, still gonna sing your praises. I don't know if you're never ever gonna see this, but I'm still gonna sing your praises. I just needed it to come out. Like, and as you can see from the length of this video, if I'd have done this within the whole video, it would have been like well over an hour long, and nobody wants to sit there for that long. I know I don't want to sit there for that long. This is still going to be a really long video of me just ranting and raving and being stress head. So I apologise. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, turn on the bell notification so you are notified every time I upload a video. I upload on a Wednesday and a Sunday at 6 PM every single week. But on that note, I'm sweating like absolute mad, so off this comes. I love you, but my head is so sweaty. And I shall see you on the next one. Bye.